What is going on, guys? We're back, and I got I think a really good one. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about. So if you missed it, the last video, guys, we had a sick video. DHAI went 100%. NTPL at the end, mentioned at the end of it, went 100%. We've honestly been just banking. And this week, bio stocks have been hot the last couple of days. You notice PROC, CLDI, ASBP today, PCSA ran. That was another one we hit on. But bio pennies have been hot. I think PROC kind of started something. And I've mentioned this one before, but I want to do a video on because I don't think that people understand how good of a ticker and setup I think that this one is. Alright, so let's just hop right into it, okay? INTS. INTS is a funny one. So this is another cancer drug, right? Just like PCSA, CLDI, PROC. We have like a kind of like a little mini cancer theme going. Even like patent cancers are running too. We have like a bio cancer theme going, especially in this like 30-cent range. You're seeing a lot of these starting to run. So we have another bio penny cancer drug right here, right? Another bio penny cancer ticker. But I'm going to show you exactly why I love this one so much. So INTS, right? So let's just dive right into it. INTS is probably one of the best setups with a nice low float. You're talking like a sub 20 mil float or even 20 mil float, which is nothing for 30 cents, right? 20 million is peanuts, right? But INTS has a bunch of stuff actually in trial. So let's just dive right into like the most important stuff, which is dilution, right? So they've done two offerings. They did one offering back in April. They have warrants here at 85, which is great, and it's low. You're talking like 6 million in total, which is nothing, right? But you have 6 million of warrants at 85, and you had other warrants. You had another offering they did at 30, but that's already all gone now, right? They have plenty of cash now. So the reason for the offerings, if you look, so what happened is, so they've been working on this phase 3 drug, and I'll pull up right here. So they had to pause it back in the end of May. So they had to pause the end of May because they didn't have enough money. So you'll see here, they had to, until sufficient additional funding is obtained, new enrollment for the phase 3 has been paused. We are continuing to treat the enrolled patients, yada, 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 right? Then they did the offering. In the offering, they said the company intends to use the proceeds for the enrollments to reach out the Invisible 4 study enrolled in their phase 3. So they did the offering to be able to finish their phase 3 study. So we have phase 3 cancer potential catalyst. You guys know how I am with catalysts. These companies are just too unreliable, and we just never know exactly when they're going to put something out. But this is a big catalyst, especially now given that cancer is such a big theme, right? So you have phase 3, which is huge, cancer studies that they've been working on. But the other thing that's just insane is that they just put out news last week, right? So they just put out news last week, which kind of, it got a little pop, but I just feel like it just went completely under the radar. I'm not saying it was groundbreaking. It was a groundbreaking discovery where, you know, it should have ran to $5, but it was nice news. They're basically saying that, you know, in their tumor study that they did, in the animal controlled study, the people that the animals that were tested with their drug basically got a complete response, whereas, you know, in other words, the tumor started to regress and they actually made progress with it, whereas the group that didn't get the drug, the tumor started to grow. So that's pretty big news actually. Whereas like if this was PR today, being that this cancer is such a big theme, this would have ripped. Okay, so you have all these catalysts that are here. You have good news. The company's putting out PRs. They're active. They have cash. All good, right? So this stuff's all good. So I'm gonna exit out of this, right? The other thing is, they have no compliance issues. They literally have they're in compliance. They just got an extension until December. We have 6 months. 6 months, we don't have to worry about anything. It's so safe. It's literally so safe. We have nothing to worry about. They have compliance until the 3rd of December. So you have no compliance issues, right? You have multiple catalysts. You have warrants that are higher. I'm going to show you the chart. Warrants that are higher. And they're literally not even diluting at all. The only thing that they have, which they filed here, is this prospectus for this ATM, which scared some people off. I have it right here. So I don't know what they're doing. They could be doing some sketchy accounting work. I have no idea. But basically, you had an ATM at 15 million. They reduced it to 7 million, and then they changed it to 9 million. So they kind of just keep moving the ATM back and forth. I don't know what the hell they're doing with it, to be honest with you. But the most important part is this last sentence here. So it was registered in July of 2024, so basically exactly 1 year ago today, they registered the ATM. As of this date of the filing, which was, when did this prospectus come out? 2 weeks ago, on the 18th. So as of this date, they've only sold 193,000 shares, so they're literally not even using the ATM. They have the ATM here, but they're not even using it. They're not selling anything. They're actually not diluting at all. Now, obviously, we don't know. Things could change. They could sell. But, you know, I would say that being that they haven't used it in a year, I would be pretty hard-pressed for them to believe that they're just going to start hard selling off the ATM and just start diluting us to death while it's at bottom. It just really wouldn't make any sense. If they're going to do it, it's going to be into news. Just my opinion. I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning. All of these stocks are not long-term holds. This is not financial advice. I don't know what's going to happen with any of them. I'm just sharing you my ideas and my opinions. Another thing I want to point out to you guys is I can't control, I don't physically, individually control moving the price 50% up and down, right? So, you know, all these plays that I try to give you are plays that I think are swing worthy, where if it may not run today, but I think that in some sort of a reasonable period of time, this is a stock that I believe that can run. Maybe it does run today. Maybe it runs in 3 weeks from now. It's hard to say. So I just want you guys to know that, you know, just because this stock doesn't run today doesn't mean that next week anything's going to change. Now, if bad news came out, then of course, you know, maybe that's something that would affect it. But as of right now, that doesn't, it won't affect my opinion, right? But that's really like with the dilution. I mean, this literally, they're not selling anything. They have this, actually, as of like 30 minutes ago of the video, they uploaded this 13G. It was amended. They literally sold, I think, like 30,000 shares. The original 13G, which was back here, I gotta find, I think it was it this one? CP Capital. It went from 1,012,000 to 907. So they basically sold like 30,000 shares. So this, I mean, this amendment really means nothing. But I mean, you could spin it as bullish, where they're really not selling. Like, even the insiders that own, they're really not selling anything. Let's dive into the chart so I can give you some levels. This setup is sick. Guys, this setup is sick, alright? So, let's just dive into, like, levels, right? So, you have your support, which is bottom, right around, like, mid to low 26s, okay? These are your picture-perfect ads that you want right down here. But look at these gaps. There's literally two daily gaps. You have a gap here at 47, and you have a gap at 88. This setup is unreal. This setup is unreal on a bio stock, a bio cancer stock with potential phase 3. They have no compliance for 6 months. I don't want to say guarantee because I can't say, but I would be very surprised if this does not make an absolutely massive run within, I don't even know, before, let's just say, at some point in the future. I don't know. These are your support levels down here, even like 28. Your support, you have resistance here at 31. You have resistance right here around 31. Okay. You have resistance up here around, like, I think 36, 38. Like right here around 36. After that, guys, it takes off. I mean, this thing could move so clean. We could have a huge runner. I mean, you're talking even with these charts, like a lot of times the stocks move, especially they go into these gaps. I mean, even from here, the stock's at 30 cents right now. You know, from here to the gap, the first gap is 50%. The second gap, you're talking almost 200%. They release news. I think it could fill this gap. I mean, PCSA guys, PCSA people doubted me for months, and what happened? It literally, it went from 25 to 90. I think twice actually. So I'm not ruling out a massive run here. I think as of right now, this is my favorite play right now, especially pennies. I look through these guys. I mean, and I'm telling you, these are all so bad. All right, I filtered out. I mean, these are just bios, but even if I take it off bios, I filtered out China's just because it's different. But so many of these, they all have reverse splits approved. They have dilution. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, I was going through for hours and hours, and I was getting so pissed because I'm like, Jesus, man, like everything sucks. It's all so bad. And I really think this one is at least as of right now a hidden gem. And I can just see it making a huge run. And there's literally, I mean, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, there's literally nothing. They have that ATM, which they're not using, and that's it. I mean, they have no other dilution in this. It's crazy, actually, how slept on this is. But these are your levels, so you want to add, like, you know, maybe like 28 to 26 is a good add zone. You, depending on how it moves, 30 could be your new support, or 29 could be your new support. And then levels above, you have 31, 36. After 36, I mean, I guess you have like 38, but you kind of head into that gap. I mean, it moves thin. It moves really thin. You have a wick fill right here at 67, which is nice. I mean, if it ever did get over that, I mean, just look at this chart. I mean, it's sick. I mean, just look at this chart. Over 67, man, like, this thing would go completely parabolic. So, INTS, keep it on your watch list. I really think this one's going to go. We've had some pretty good success, but again, we never know. Things could change. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.